Guess who's back? Back again. Social anxiety's back again. Here's what we're going to do in this short 4-part program to get you up and running when the world finally decides to open up. In part 1, which is called self-sabotage, you are here, we're going to talk about the foundation. This is where you're at right now, and we need to build up from here. We need to understand the things that are making social anxiety stick around. Now, there are 3 main things I'm going to touch upon. 1 is that you are not owning up to your story. 2, you want to be someone else. And 3, you are just not actively interested in your environment. Those 3 things are the foundation of where you're at and how social anxiety keeps hanging around. And then we're going to move on from there, which is part 2. Part 2 is called It's All About You, right? This is where we reignite your social confidence. And we're going to take the foundation from part 1 and we're going to use those 3 things and we're going to figure out how to get rid of them. So in part 2, we're going to have a lot of exercises, right? We are going to tackle the first one, which is owning up to your story. We're going to figure out how to actually own your story and believe in yourself. Then after that, we're going to tackle the fact that you want to be someone else, right? Because that happens to the best of us. And we're going to do that with an exercise. And then the third thing that we need to figure out is how to get you actively interested in the present moment and where you're at right now. So we have 3 awesome exercises to get you moving into the right direction and leaving social anxiety behind. Now, in the third part, we are going to talk about them. So it's called It's About Them Too, right? Here, we're going to discuss how to rock that first impression. There are 3 things that go away immediately the moment social anxiety hits us. We're going to walk through those 3 things and I'm going to tell you how to get rid of them. Then we're going to tackle conversations, how they sizzle and what to do about them, because we don't want your conversation to sizzle. There's nothing worse than being stuck in a conversation with nothing to say and there's this awkward silence and you have no idea what to do and that person is being awkward. It is cringeworthy just thinking about it. So I want to make sure that I give you the tips that you need in order to avoid that. And then the third thing in this part of the program, we're going to make sure that you hook these people, right? So we want to maintain the relationship. It's important to build the relationship and to keep it going. And we're going to talk about how to do that. In the last part of the program, we're going to talk about how social anxiety's got nothing on you. Nothing. So if it decides to come back like it did for me, because it's contextual and it comes in waves throughout our life, I'm going to walk you through 3 things that you can do in order to keep it in check. Ultimately, I want you to remember that better social skills create better relationships. And from there on, the impact is enormous in all the other areas of your life. You're going to become a better parent, a better negotiator, a better collaborator, manager, whatever it is that you can take from getting rid of social anxiety, you can transpose into other areas of your life. And you're going to notice significant improvement. And you're going to feel so much more confident in yourself and your abilities. And it's going to show. So let's get started because there is a lot to cover in this course. But the first thing that I do want to talk about is that there are some guidelines to keep in mind. So as you go through this course, these are the main things that I want you to keep in the back of your mind.